Hey, good evening, everyone. I hope everybody's having a happy Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, November the 13th, and it's me, Nisi. And I'm coming to you with another, I don't want to say it's a motivational minute. I guess I wanted to talk to you guys tonight to kind of bring some things into the forefront or put some things in your mind as food for thought. I wanted to discuss with you guys tonight on some things that can lower your vibration or lower your frequency. As you know, some of you guys have probably had someone say they probably speak of good or bad vibrations before, such as I like this person. She has really good vibes. She's very lively. She has lots of energy. Or you might say this person is giving off bad vibes. But my thing is, when someone says that, and in the back of my mind, a while ago, I used to go, what do they mean by that? What does that person mean? What are they trying to say? So to me, I want to discuss tonight what are vibrations and how does one know whether or not they're good or bad. Although it may seem like like an imagined concept, vibrations are actually measurable phenomena. They are real. They refer to the invisible energy field that surrounds every living creature: your dog, your cat, a blade of grass, a tree, people. This field has been scientifically proven and measured through instruments that detect subtle energies such as the Kirlian photography. And I like to call it aura photography. If you go out there and do a Google search or YouTube search, you can look up folks that actually have taken pictures of their aura, their chakra, the seven chakras. This would be the crown chakra, and then the lower, like right under your belly button, or the lower aspect of your stomach would be your root chakra. And so what they do is they take photography to show your auras and to see if your energy is blocked in one certain field. If you have problems with your heart chakra, your root chakra, your crown chakra, they can take pictures and they can help you. Now, a lot of people, some people might be doing Reiki healing and crystals and things like that. I will go into that at a later time, at a later topic, about how to get energy work done for you, because it is important for all of us to make sure that our energy flows freely, and that when that happens, we're one with the creator, we're one with God, and we're more in tune with nature and more in tune with all things around us. So quickly, a few things that can lower your vibration: your environment. Environments make a huge impact on energies and mood. An environment with a heavy past anywhere that others have suffered, like museums, somewhere a crime or a tragedy has happened, has occurred, hospitals, nursing homes, government buildings, bars, nightclubs, prisons, funeral parlors, even things, ancient artifacts or something that's been passed down or something that you bought that's antique. Those things can release heavy emotions into the environment and can have negative effects on you as well. What has been said is that when you go into those places, you should open windows and let the light in and air the places out, if you can, or if you can't, avoid them and avoid them at all costs. And if you have to be in a negative environment, taking a shower when you get home will help refresh your energy. And I know that when I go out into a crowded place, which is not very often because I'm an introvert, believe it or not, I'm very, very shy, and I don't like to be around a lot of crowds. I don't like to be around a lot of people. More than 10, that's a crowd for me anyway. But when I do go out to places, I quickly go home, and that's the first thing I do. My husband will tell you, I will go in the bathroom, take off my clothes, and jump in the shower and just scrub, and wash, because I want to get all of that energy off of me. You can walk into a room with people, and it doesn't have to be a lot of people. You can walk into a room with another person and you can get that aura, that vibe off of them, or you can tell, okay, I'm not feeling this. Something's up with this person, or God, this person is so negative. They just suck the life out of you. And that's another thing that I always post on my Facebook and my social media platforms about social vampires and how people will just drain the life out of you. You're around someone that's always negative, 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 in that negative mindset. They can drain the life out of you. And that's something that you need to work on. You need to not be around someone who is so negative all the time, because they will drain your life force. They will drain you to death. And they're called, I like to call them energy vampires. So steer clear of energy vampires. Next, moving on. Negative people, negativity. Seeing everything from a negative perspective, which causes negative patterns. Using bad language is another one. I am not perfect. Yes, I do curse. I am on a life path journey, such as you are. And I try not to, but when I do get really, really angry, I do let those curse words fly out. And I'm working on it. But the use of bad language emits negative energy. Watching TV shows with violence and bad language is another form of lowering your vibration. It's also a form of mind control and of conditioning. And just for food for thought, I'm going to post a patent that I did that research on a couple years ago. If I remember, I'll get it tonight and I'll post it on this video, because I want you guys to look at the pattern when it was filed, the patent of when it was filed, and what it states in the description and what it's used for. A TV is actually known as a scrying mirror. It really is. And it's known as a form of sorcery or witchcraft. Also, I'll let you read the pattern and you can make a decision for yourself. Moving on. After I post a link in that, you can look it up and just go, okay. Everything's interconnected. Everything I'm sharing with you guys, it's a purpose and this reason. It's connected. There are a lot of subliminal messages in TV programs, and believe me, certain things about ourselves and life as a whole is far from the truth. When you start watching the stuff, you get caught up into it and it takes your mind off of things, yes, but you're taking your mind off of what you should be focusing on. It's a distraction. Even if you think you're watching an innocent film such as a romantic comedy or a lighthearted TV show, there are messages you pick up from that still influence you and your world around you and your view unconsciously on that level. You should especially stay away from violent TV programs, as it activates and reinforces fear within you, which conditions you to be more fearful, which is obviously lowers your vibrational frequency. Television, movies, books, magazines, internet, social media, all of these things have the potential to carry negative pictures that influence you, your psyche, and your perception of life. Steer clear of any outside influences if at all possible, or limit them so that it won't upset you in any way. And instead, seek out those that uplift you and make you feel hopeful. And especially important in tumultuous times when you're going through a lot, you don't need to watch something negative on TV. You need to watch something that's uplifting. And if you can't find anything on TV when you're surfing, turn that sucker off. Put on some music, We'll get to that in a minute. Next, another thing that lowers your vibration, drinking alcohol. Although alcohol might give you the illusion that it makes you feel good, it is just that, an illusion. Alcohol alters your mind and gives you an initial buzz that makes you feel great temporarily, but when it wears off, it leaves you feeling low on energy, unmotivated, irritable, and feeling like you need to have more of it to make you happy. It's a downward spiral, a downward addiction. So is food also. It can also be used. Any kind of addictive behavior, that's why it's so important to start paying attention to your habits and start being super honest with yourself about how they make you feel and why you do them. Some obvious addictions are drinking, smoking, sex, drugs, gambling, overeating, while some are more subtle, like watching a lot of TV, shopping, working, browsing social media, gossiping, complaining, checking your phone constantly, or any form of distraction from reality that do on a regular basis. Those all lower your frequency. Yes, they do. Next, eating bad, chemically enhanced, genetically modified, highly processed foods and animal products. Anything that's heavy, greasy. Yes, I'm talking about that Popeye's chicken sandwich. Meat, dairy, particularly those from animals that have been mistreated and frightened and died in a state of fear. You're consuming fear. And then you're probably licking your fingers going, yep, Nisi, I sure am. And that fear tastes so good. No, it doesn't. You're doing more harm to yourself than you know. Chemicals, sugar laden, and processed foods, alcohol, and drugs can cause your body to burn extra energy in order to process them. Consuming these can make you feel tired, heavy, and eventually their negative effects can cause illnesses physically in your body. They can cause illnesses like heart disease, diabetes, weight gain, a lot of different things. Focus on fresh foods, fresh, locally grown foods, organic foods, and drink lots of water to maintain your health and put you in a better mood as well. I will at a later time post videos on water. I will post videos on picking organic food in farmers market, local farmers market. I'll post those videos at a later time, but I'm just giving you examples of what can lower your vibration at this point. Eating animals and animal products is also not only contributing to the animal cruelty on this planet, the slaughterhouses, the tortures, and the murdering and innocent animals, but it is horrible for our health. Okay? And disclaimer, I'm going to put it out there. Yes, I post pictures of my food. Yes, I do eat meat, but I try to eat, I'm not going to say organic meat, but I will try to go to, I shop here at H-E-B and do the local grass-fed beef, or I go to a little meat market that's not too far from here in the Woodlands that does local organic grass-fed beef. That's happy animals, as they like to say. But do we really know if they're happy? No, we don't. But I try to be conscious of that. I really do try to make sure that I at least investigate and if anything else, I would say, even if you don't stop eating meat every day, do it every other day, or do it twice a week or 3 times a week. But you don't have to have meat at every single meal, every single day. You can cut back. That's all I'm saying. When you consume all these toxic foods, what do you think happens to your body? Everything has to work over time to get rid of the poison, and eventually your body gets disease in the form of obesity, as I said before, heart disease, diabetes, and so on. And it puts a lot of stress on you. Plus, eating meat is just bad karma, and it lowers your vibration. And I will say as a disclaimer, if you still continue to eat meat, just be more selective of the meat that you do eat. You know, that Fiesta brand meat over there, or that Food Town meat for $2.99 or $1.99 or 99 cents a pound, that meat is probably coming from a slaughterhouse that just has nothing but bad vibrations there, and the animals are in fear, and they're dying, and they're crying, and they're not happy when they die, and they're emitting all these toxins in the meat, especially in fat. Fat carries a lot of toxins from the animal. But I just say, if you don't limit your meat, at least be more conscientious of the fact of what type of meat you purchase and where it comes from. That's all I'm saying. And obviously we don't know all that, but if you start doing your research, you will. Needless to say, toxic food has very little or no nutritional value in your body, and it has to figure out how to process it, so it takes a lot longer. And this is why you feel lethargic and your stomach hurts after you eat McDonald's or eat some fried chicken, because it's not good for you. And I did post a video a couple nights ago from Woodward TV on processed foods. I implore each one of you to just watch that video. That's my friend, my boy, and he does a lot of great work on his videos on YouTube. So just Google his name, Woodward TV. Go check him out on YouTube and start just doing a playlist. Download his content. If you don't have time to watch it, download it and watch it at a later time. You will learn something. So I say, eat organic, limit the amount of times you eat out, stop consuming animal products, avoid processed food, read your labels and ingredients, not just the ads on the front, buy local, avoid added hormones and additives, and the less ingredients, the better. And tell you a really quick story, because I'm going to time this video here. My husband and I, we go shopping. We always try to stay on the outside of the aisle. If we go on the inside of the aisle, oh boy, we separate. And he will leave and go get like 12 items and come back. I'm still reading the label on the cans. I go from the top to the bottom looking for a certain thing, and I'm reading labels. And so I try not to buy canned goods. Of course, I do have a SHTF. You guys know what that is. And I'm getting off topic. SHTF. Shit hits the fan food stash. I'll do a video on that later on too. But I try to keep stuff in the pantry for emergencies like storm, tornado, evacuation, whatever. We got stuff to go. And we have, MREs ready to go. So I'm not trying to get off topic, but the point is, he doesn't like to go grocery shopping because I'm the person that will read the can. And if I can't pronounce the crap that's on the can, 9 times out of 10, I'm not trying to buy it. So there's my food tip or tip of the day for you guys. And the last thing that lowers your vibration is a lack of movement. I am not a person who exercises every day. I may do it once a week or twice a week when I do it. I was really good at one time, getting up and doing it every day, then every 5 days, and then every 4 days, and sort of started dwindling down. So I go through these phases. Your body is made to move. Yoga helps. It helps keep your body fluid. Your body is plastic, basically. And I'll post links and I'll do another video on that. But I'm just going to say this very quickly. Your body is plastic. My son Alex, if you want to chime in on this when you watch this video, please feel free. The fascia, over time, when you get older, it sticks. It's like glue. So when you get massages or when you do yoga and Pilates, and I'm not just saying go in the gym, working out, doing cardio. No, I am talking about tissue manipulation. It's very important for us to get acupuncture, yoga, and go to a chiropractor. And I know what you guys are saying. Oh my God, all this stuff she's saying I need to do. Research it. I was a skeptic myself, but now I'm not, because I know this temple requires maintenance. Not only just because you're going to the gym and you're hitting it hard and you're working out and you're cut. I bet you ain't had an adjustment in how long? And if you do, when's the last time you had a deep tissue massage? And if you have, when's the last time you've been to an acupuncturist? And when's the last time you went to get your energy done, your energy work done? Everything is interconnected, and I will post videos on certain topics that make you guys go, But at the same time, it'll make you think. Just because you're eating healthy, you think you're eating healthy, you're going to church, you're paying your tithes, you're going to work, you're taking care of your kids, you're going to school, you have all this on point, you got your degree, you're making money. I'm telling you, we're all missing the mark. There's a lot of things that we're not doing that we should be doing. And I'm here to help us get to that point. I'm just helping you to push you on the path of where you need to go to research these things, to help take care of yourself and help you to fulfill your life journey. Talked about things that lower your vibration. Quickly, I'm going to talk about the things that raise your vibration. As you guys know, meditation. Meditation is the key. And I always say that. Sit in a dark room, turn off all the lights, get in the closet, put a towel or something under the door, and sit there in silence, not thinking. Hold your breath, count to 10 seconds, and release. Guarantee you, your mind will shut off. Meditation, being creative, painting, writing, cooking. Number 3, eating raw, whole foods, organic foods. 4, focusing on gratitude, of being grateful in every circumstance that you could come across. Be grateful. 5, feeling unconditional love. 6, being in nature, taking walks. 7, crystals. I will do a video on that. But yes, have crystals sitting around the house. Raises the energy, changes the aura, and it helps. Believe it or not, I will post something on that later. Yoga, exercise, Pilates, stretching out the body. Research body gravity. Gerald Clark, body gravity, good stuff. Research it. Laughing, playing music, singing, chanting. I do a lot of chanting. Sound is one of my favorite therapies to help raise my vibration. Masaru Emoto, who is a pseudoscientist and a Japanese author, said that human consciousness has an effect on molecular structure of water, and it does. Emoto claims that human speech or thoughts have dramatic effects on water. Emoto claims that positive words and emotions, classical music, and positive prayer directed to the water causes beautiful crystals to form, while negative words and emotions and crude music such as heavy metal produce ugly crystals if you curse at the water. So, true story, guys. When I open my water up at work, I pop the cap off of it. Or I go to the fountain and get some water from our filtered water. And I will sit there and I will speak words of positivity and encouragement in the water so it can hear me, the vibration. Yeah, I know how that sounds, but I promise you, I will try to link a description or link a video in the box where you guys can check this out on Cymatics. It does affect your water. How you talk to your water will affect how your body absorbs it. Okay? Just saying how it absorbs how it works with your body. And last but not least, music. Again, 432 hertz is known as the universal hum, or the God, how should I say? I don't want to say God consciousness or frequency, but it's basically the natural frequency of the earth or universe, is what I'm trying to say. Natural frequency of the universe. It has a cosmic healing. Sound has direct effect on your energy field, everything. A harmonious sound will reorder your energy in a healthier pattern, while anything with angry or dark lyrics or lights of will disrupt your energy. And so you want to be careful of what kind of music you listen to and what frequency you listen to in the music. I try to run it through I forget the name of it. It's not a router. I forget. I run it through on my phone. I also have a transmitter that I change the frequency. It's naturally music is done at 440 hertz, but I have it to where it runs through at 432 hertz, which is more pleasing to your body. What you want to do is, if you get a time, you want to research two artists you already know, John Lennon and Bob Marley. They were conscientious of the fact that music needs to be played at 432 megahertz and not 440. And they changed this a while ago, back a few years back, a couple of years, where the record labels no longer, at one point they did do 432 hertz. Now they do it at 440, which is not good. It disrupts our cells. Research that when you have time. With a little awareness and technical moving, it is possible to achieve and maintain high vibration pattern at all times. Make this a goal for yourself and watch your life transform. Let's transform to a light and happy experience in all ways. And another tidbit, you guys probably already know this, but in the ancient pyramids, there is, and I believe it is the pyramid in Giza, the one I was talking about, the Thoth built. There is a room where you can see that people have lined up, hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people were lined up, and they were touching the pyramid. They would take their hands, and along where you walk, you could see the indentation of where people had their fingertips because they were touching the pyramid. They would use pyramids as an energy source to help heal people. Sound, music, energy from the pyramids would actually help heal people when they were sick, and people would come from miles and miles around to get this done. So I know I talk about a lot of different off-topic things, a lot of different points, but I just want to make it known that the knowledge that I have, I want to share it with you guys, give you something to think about in your life path and your life journey. And I hope that this message finds you well. Didn't want to be too long-winded. I wanted to keep it short. I wanted to talk about our energy, how to raise our vibration, raise our frequency, and in that it will affect your consciousness, and it'll help provide you back to center and make you still. And hopefully it has inspired and helped you in some way. Again, we're all on a life path. We're all on a journey, and anything that I can do to help wake you up and to open your eyes up to what is really going on and how you can use this world to its advantage. And I'm not talking about money and working and moving ahead at work and buying material things and being focused on stuff that's not important. Because at the end of the day, when you're laying on your deathbed, like me, make no mistake, we all got to go that way. What are you going to be thankful for? What is going to be the biggest thing on your mind? It's going to be your family. It's going to be, I woulda, shoulda, coulda done this. When, while you're alive, you can make a conscious decision to do the things that you can do to make this world a better place, make yourself a better person, and to help your family, friends, and even acquaintances. Because in the end, we are all one, and we are all here for a purpose. I love you guys, and I hope this message finds you well. Rest in peace, love, and power. Good night.